This is our calling. You don't have to go to war. We don't have to have a draft, at least not yet. All you have to do is spend the next 2.5 weeks being a patriot citizen. Watching me, listening to my radio show, watching Fox is not doing something. It's not doing something. You need to set some time aside. I don't care how busy you are. I don't care if you're retired or you're working 60 hours a week. You've got to set some time aside to help save your country. And unlike so many patriots in the past, and you are patriots, you don't have to give of your life. You don't have to give of your money. Just give a little bit of your time. Get engaged, or we're going to lose our country. You're going to lose our country. Your kids are going to lose the country. There will never be another United States of America, ever. This is it. I want you to remember one other thing. Rome lasted 1,000 years. The Roman Republic lasted a little under 500 years. The empire altogether lasted about 1,000 years, but the republic lasted almost 500 years. We're not even 300 years old. And unlike Rome, we have Rome as a historical example of what happens. What happens if you don't protect your institutions, your traditions, the family, your faith, and your liberty. That's what happens. Every now and then, even though I'm in the middle of this muck, duking it out with these people, I step back and I think about this. Kamala Harris thinks that going on the Howard Stern show, going on The View, going on Colbert, going on a filthy podcast program, doing some quick hits with the corporate media, that somehow that's going to impress enough people. I fear it might. She has raised probably by the time this is over, $2 billion, more than anybody ever, to spread as much propaganda in favor of herself and against her opponent as any candidate in world history. And she has said less in the last 2 months about her positions, about her viewpoints, than any candidate who's ever run for president of the United States. She has those views. They're radical. She's just trying to conceal them. And then here they are, they'll impose them on you, and then what are you going to do about it? We have elections every 4 years. What are you going to do about it? These are grave times. These are very dark times. But I'm doing this to try not to dispirit you, but to try and wake up as many people as I can. Every generation is called upon to do something, really, to save this grand republic. This is our calling. You don't have to go to war. We don't have to have a draft, at least not yet. All you have to do is spend the next 2.5 weeks being a patriot citizen. Watching me, listening to my radio show, watching Fox is not doing something. It's not doing something. You need to set some time aside. I don't care how busy you are. I don't care if you're retired or you're working 60 hours a week. You've got to set some time aside to help save your country. And unlike so many patriots in the past, and you are patriots, you don't have to give of your life. You don't have to give of your money. Just give a little bit of your time. Get engaged, or we're going to lose our country. You're going to lose our country. Your kids are going to lose the country. There will never be another United States of America, ever. This is it. I never thought I'd see the day when we would have a president of the United States who has dementia. And that's okay, apparently. I never thought we'd see the day when we have an individual running for president of the United States who never received a single vote in any primary of any kind. It was never selected by an open convention. She was selected. An individual who basically 3 months ago was considered the worst vice president in American history. That with the media, with the Democrat Party, with the hundreds of millions of dollars they have, with their manipulation of speech in the press, the manipulation of our thought processes, propaganda, brainwashing, that you would turn into a joyous figure, turn the page on the past. She's the vice president. What does she mean, turn the page on the past? And I could go on and on and on. Mickey Mouse slogans. Mickey Mouse slogans, preposterous proposals, absolute illiteracy and incompetency. Somebody who has done nothing, nothing important, nothing profound, nothing that should result in a promotion, presidency of the United States. Somebody who is so thoroughly cold-blooded that she picks a fight with the governor of Florida while he's trying to save his people. That she spends 4 days in Las Vegas and Hollywood raising millions more while people are suffering from Hurricane Helene. It just is, it is a shocking, appalling thing to me. And her character, she has no character. 92% of her staff when she was vice president quit. Have you ever heard of such a thing? 92% of your staff quit in 3 years? And we know why. Because before Joe Biden was broomed out by his party, the media, stories were popping up here and there. She's a yeller. She's vile. She drops the F-bomb all over the place. She screams at her staff. Their article said she's lazy. She doesn't do her homework. You can see it now. She told an intern, her father, who was so supportive of her as DA and then Attorney General, the intern was told that when she walks in a room, they're to stand up straight and say in the morning, "Good morning, General." And they're not to look her in the eye. That's a psycho problem there. While she talks about the little people, really the little people. The border's wide open. Women are being sold into slavery. Children are being sold into sex slavery. 325,000 kids are missing. Does it sound like she gives a damn? Has she ever mentioned it? Never mentions it. That's the Inspector General report. That's on her watch. Bringing Venezuelan gang members into this country, fentanyl flowing into this country. Does it sound like this is a person who has compassion or empathy or an interest in the little people, the American people? No, I don't think so. She hates the cops. She never voted to give the military a budget or military personnel a salary increase. Is that what we want? I want you to think about this, America, because this is the problem. And then I want you to do something about it. We're running out of time. We're running out of time. What do we have? 25, 26 days left. That's frightening. What's at stake here? It's absolutely frightening. And you need to be able to say to yourself and look in the mirror, you need to be able to say to your children and grandchildren, if you have them, what did you do? What did you do in the biggest of big elections to save this country? What did you do? Who did you speak to? How many phone calls did you make? Speak to, how hard is it to make a phone call today? Here it is. We call all kinds of people. We're texting people day and night. This damn thing never stops. It never stops. You're a patriot. Did you do what patriots do? Or did you decide to hope that we, this sort of blob, that we all step up? No. It's not we. It's me. It's I. It's you. It's not hard, but you need to do this. I'm telling my audience on radio, I'm telling my audience on Fox, I'm telling my wonderful audience here, I'm telling anybody who will listen. We need not just your vote, we need your help. That's what we need. I don't know how else to say it.
For all this and much more, sign up for Levin TV.